What is up, guys? My name is Eddie Speltz. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today. So in today's video, I'll be going over the top 5 best bass lures when fishing during the winter. I actually did make a top 3 best trout lures, and you guys really like that. And I thought maybe you guys fish more for bass or don't really do any bass fishing and want to try it during the winter, and this is what I'd recommend you use. Maybe you guys don't like jigs or you don't like jerkbaits. This is just what I would recommend if you want to go out and try to have some luck while bass fishing. This is what I recommend you use during the winter, and they're in no particular order. So I'll start it off right here with Wacky rigs. I mean, I just love Sengos all around. I use them year round. I Ned rig them, I Wacky rig them. I mean, you can really Texas rig them, Carolina rig them. But what I'd recommend works the best is just Wacky rigging it. So you can use a Wacky rig hook, or I just usually use normal hooks. And it's supposed to be directly in the middle of it, and it just kind of looks like a dying fish floating down and stuff. And if you guys have seen some of my videos, you guys will know these things are awesome, and I've caught a lot of different fish on these things. I mean, I've actually caught trout on them. They work for a whole bunch of different species and stuff, and they're just a great bait. They come in a whole bunch of different colors, and I actually just picked up 4 new packs of them, and I'm giving away 3 of these in my next giveaway, so look forward to that with a whole bunch of different baits. So I'm going to make my 1,000 subscribers giveaway a lot better than the rest of the giveaways. I try to give away as much as I can for you guys, and I just want to give back to you guys for thank you guys. I'm almost at 1,000. I think I'm around 33 away. So thanks everyone for watching my videos and subscribing to my channel. So I'll be giving away 3 new packs of these Gary Yakamoto's, all the same color, and they're just like it's strawberry cream. But I usually just buy 4 inchers, or I buy a 6 inch, and it just floats down like this, and it basically just looks like maybe a dying minnow, stuff like that. So that would be the number 1 option. And so coming in at number 2, I actually just picked up another one of these. They are either square bills, square bills, or just normal crankbaits, or rattle traps. I've got a whole bunch of different kinds of these. I have 3 or 4 in a crayfish looking thing, because I've seen that crayfish usually do work during the winter. They're always out and stuff. And I've got a whole bunch of different assortments. I actually have this one. I've never used it. I just keep it in my box. It's kind of a cool custom bass. I have 3 custom ones of these I just keep in my room in a case, but this is one of the ones I just bring along with me. It looks like a little bass right there. It actually seems to work really well. I've seen some videos on it, and I guess it just looks like a small bass, and that's kind of what it's going for. But I have another 2. These ones are actually a little bit older, as you guys can see, but I have a whole bunch of different sorts of them. This one's really shiny. It's got bells inside of it. And I have 2 more of these crayfish. And so this one is actually, if you can go and search up top 3 best lures to use during the winter, and every single one of those will have crankbaits in it. They're a great bait. I've caught so many different kinds of fish on it. You can work them very slowly. You can work them extremely fast. Doesn't matter how you're working them, the fish will always bite these things. It also depends. You can be fishing in Florida in stock ponds with hundreds of largemouth bass, or you can be fishing in some small non-stock pond. It really depends how pressured the fish are also. And so coming in at number 3, we have jerkbaits. And these are great because you can be fishing in the middle of winter. It can be a very, very bad day. Just throw it a jerkbait, move it very silently and slowly across the water. Something will most likely hit it. This is great when you try a whole bunch of different lures. You just want something with the small action because these fish are not too active during the winter. You just throw this thing. This one's a little bit bigger. I would not recommend you going anything over this unless you're going for 4 or 5 pounders. But I've caught some big 3 pounders with just this small little one right here. And I usually use one that more looks like a shad type lure. And I got a lot of silvers. And this is actually really old, more of a vintage one. I actually picked up another new one yesterday also. I like going with the original ones just because they're floating and stuff and they work a lot better. And I also use these for trout fishing, and they work actually really well for more of the bigger fish. And someplace you don't want to throw a spinner in because it's too slow moving water and stuff like that. So coming in at number 4, we have Texas rigged worms. You can Ned rig them, I guess. You can really, I actually don't think you could Ned rig them, but you can fish these things really any way you want. But what I seems to work best with me would be weightless Texas rigging it, or you can use it with a weight. It really depends how much weeds are around. But what I usually do during the winter is I'll Texas rig it. Here, I do not have a Texas rig hook with me, but put it through the top, twirl it around, pull it up, and put it through the back just like this. And when I do that is I throw it on top of these mats, bring it up against the top, so I've had fish eat it while it's on top of the mat. Then when it's off the mat, it goes into the water and starts going down in the water, and the fish look like it could be something just hopping off the top of that mat and just getting stuck in the water. Like a frog is supposed to look like either a frog, or there's some that are supposed to look like fish getting stuck in the weeds and stuff like that. But I usually use a lot of different colors. This one's a little bit smaller, and I usually catch more half-pound ones with this, and I've just bought a whole bunch of different ones. I want to try out all new colors. Some work better during the day, some work better during the night. This one's got a longer tail, so it goes up and down like this. I mean, some of the stuff's pretty basic, but it depends really how much you've been fishing. Just put those away, and that was number 4. And so at number 5 is one of the ones that I've actually used a lot, and I actually think is probably, like, if I had to pick, it would probably be the best out of all of these, would be jigs. I mean, you can't go wrong with jigs. You can throw it very softly, you can throw it really hard. It really depends, like, where you're fishing and if there's a lot of rocks and stuff near it. But what I usually do is I'll either add on maybe a bandito bug or just add something on the back here. And so when it looks down, is this one's white. I usually like to go with like a bright color. And so it'll sink to the bottom, and it basically looks like something just plopping off the bottom, a bug or something, just plopping off. And you see it's got a tail and stuff, so it does move back and forth. But it's just, they're a great bait. You can really rig it in the back of anything. I've caught fish just rigging it with a curly tail worm. You can really use anything. So you just drop it in the bottom like that, jig it up like this. And I bought some smaller ones too. You can go with the football head. You can really go with a whole bunch of different type jigs. There's a lot of different ones. You got football heads. There's the circle ones. And there's jigs that you can just rig with nothing on it, and they'll still work. I haven't been doing too much jig fishing lately. I've been trying to catch a lot of nice trout and just having some fun. So I really hope this video either educated you or helped you, or I'm hoping some people just came to this video looking to try to find some baits they want to use while going for bass. I hope this helped you figure out what kind of lures to use. So you can really use any of these in any kind of circumstance. So thanks everyone for watching. Hope you guys liked the green screen. I hope you guys liked it. It took me way too long to put this up and to edit all this, but I'm trying really hard on these videos for you guys. So thanks everyone for watching. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.